Hello, hello, friends. How are you today? I hope you're all doing well. This is Laura. Welcome to my channel. I um, went to my sister's home a little bit a while ago, and this was before I got my eyes checked. But I went to my sister's home, and we were in a mood to make cards. And my sister is a card maker, and she has a lot of beautiful images. And when I went to her home to make cards, I decided I was going to, um, rather than sit there and stamp out like 2,000 of her images and bring them back home, which is what I usually do. Like I said, I was in the mood to create and make something, and I fell in love with this one image. So, and I don't know what she's called, guys, but it's this image right here. I forgot to write the name down, and this is the second time I do this. You would think I would learn. But anyways, I wanted to make some cards just to have in my stash for those quick moments when you really need a card. And I didn't want it to be too heavy for mailing, so I didn't want to load it up with too many embellishments. So what I and that's pretty much what I wanted to do for all the cards that I'm about to share with you, because I did make several of them. Three of them actually with the same image. And as many of you know, I don't consider myself a card maker. I'm sorry, guys. I have to hold it up close because, look, the sun is in the way. So what I did was I stamped her out, and then I colored her in with some markers that my sister had. I didn't use Copics, so I was trying to do the best that I could with the ink pads and the markers and stuff. So that's what I did. And she does have Copics. I just didn't color with them except for the skin. And she does have a watercolor pencil. Well, she has everything. She has the distress markers as well. Um, the only thing I didn't see her with was the Spectrum Norse, but everything else she had in her stash. This particular one, though, however, I just colored in with her Sakura markers and some other markers that she had there. And I fussy cut her. And before I have her on foam dots, but before I placed her on the foam dots, I used the Spellbinders to cut out this for the base, to cut out this little square here. And I used the what are these called again? Lacy squares. I'm so sorry, guys. I haven't had coffee yet, and it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I have my Inkadinkado flower stamp set, and I just stamped a floral background using blues, pinks, and greens, but not very bright ones, more like muted colors. And I wish I could tell you the ink colors, but I used her ink pad, so I can't even tell you. Then I took one of her punches, and I just cut out a butterfly from this pattern paper. And this pattern paper here, I believe, was from My Mind's Eye, I think. And I used one of her already made card bases. And I added a little bow on the bottom, and then I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up, but I added a lot of stickles. So this is like super sparkly. And I don't know, guys, if you saw my previous video, I did want to talk about something. I don't know, maybe I'm not using these right, but I finally went and got one of these Wink Stella pens, and I did everything they told me. I opened it, I took the little black thingy out, I put it back on, and then I screwed it to open it, and then I screwed it the other way to close it. I shook it. It is in white, and it does have like a little frosty clear to it. But I am just not happy with the glitter. And I don't know if it's something that I'm doing wrong, or is it maybe the white's the one that doesn't come with any glitter. But I've seen girls on YouTube use the black one, the clear one, the white one, and there's always so much glitter. And I don't know, maybe I bought a defective one, but I've used it 3 times and I'm not impressed with the amount of glitter. I think I get more glitter from my Stardust Sakura gel pens. So I don't know, maybe one of you guys can help me out and let me know what the heck am I doing wrong, because I am not happy with that. My pattern paper, I just cut out 2 long pieces, used my photo corners, and then on the inside I have Thinking of You, which is one of my Inka Dinka Do stamps, and just another lacy border trimmed there. And a little flower with a teeny tiny bread there. So that's one. Using the same exact image, I decided to create another card. This one would be in purple. And that's her. Although, oh, sorry guys, I forgot a glue string here. This one, instead of cutting it in a square, I cut it in a circle, which I usually don't do. I don't know why, but I don't play with circles that much. And then for this one, I did use my Copics. Well, not my Copics, my sister's Copics. And I made a boo-boo with her hair. I used something that she had, which was a blendy tool. And instead of it blending the colors, what it did was it lifted a lot of the colors up. But I was okay with that. I left it. I thought it still looked cute. And like I said, these are really cards that I just wanted to sit down and make on a whim. I wasn't looking for perfection. I was just wanting to play. So I used the same image again. I colored her with the Copics, as you can tell. I added a lot of sparklies to her again, and I just love my stickles. I don't think there's anything better than stickles. I really don't. Again, using her butterfly punch, I added teeny tiny little stickle polka dots to my butterfly. I have pearls on the corner. I started off with a green card base, which she had in her stash. I distressed everything with Concord grape. I used my ticket corner punch for the designer paper. I have another lavender cardstock layer underneath my designer paper. I ran a ribbon underneath and over, and then I tied a big fat bow, and then I just glued down the bow, and then I used some pop dots, as you can see, to give it some dimension and some layering. And then I used one of my Recollections butterflies that my sweet friend Jackie, who's Scrapping Latina, has sent me so long ago. I think I have 4 left, Jackie. All the other ones I used them all up. And that's the outside of the card. And then on the inside, I just have a little stamp and a little flower image here. So that's that one. And then the last one with that image is this one here. This is a doily that, to be honest, I don't even remember where I got it from. I think it may have been racked to me a very long time ago, and I just never used it. So I took my oval, oval spellbinders dies, and I cut 2 layers, one in red and one out of the image that I made. And guys, can I tell you, one of my all-time favorite colors in the world. I love all colors. I really do. I love everything. I love all colors. But one of my most favorite colors in the world is red. My favorite color combination is red, cream, and black. Like, that is I just love to see those color combos. Now it's becoming red and turquoise. And I don't know why I don't use red enough in my projects. I hardly ever use red, and I love red. Red has been my favorite color since I was a little girl, red and turquoise. So I don't know why, but I don't do it much. So this is 2014, I'm going to try to do that for 2014. Use a bit more red because I love red. I don't know why I don't do it more. I'm always You know, you think girly and right away you shoot straight to pink. I really need to get out of that mind frame, um, and just use more reds. Oh, I squished my little flower. So for my card, I used the doily, and then what I did was I took my little red stickles and I put little dots all the way around. This started out with a pink card base, and loving those papers from the other cards so much, I wanted to use more of the papers, but she only had one sheet. So what I did was I cut it in half, and I used this designer paper on this side, and then with the little leftover piece that I had from the bottom, I just fussy cut a little flower and put it up there in the corner. I have a gross grain pink ribbon. I made a bow, stuck that to the top. I have some red cardstock as one layer, and then where I stamped my image is another layer. I do not have this on pop dots because I wanted it flat. I don't know why, but I did. And then this one I colored in with Copics, but I also used some other markers. And again, you got it. She's all stickled up. Can you see the glitter? Yes, yes, yes. And I love the fact that she has a little heart on her booty, on her pocket. I thought that was so cute. And then over here I have another flower. Oh, please forgive my icky, icky fingers. Another flower that I fussy cut. And then I have a little pink birdie next to her, just watching her. And then on the inside I have that same little image. I mean the same little stamp. Friends. So glad we're friends. And a little flower there. Then I decided to go and make a boy card just in case I had to send a card to a fellow crafter who maybe has a son, or to a fellow crafter who is a man, or maybe to some relative who might be a guy. So I did this one. This is out of the green cardstock. And again, these were all cards that already came like this that she had in her stash. I have some pattern paper, and for this one I used Vintage Photo to distress everything, and walnut stain. And I have the designer paper. This is one of my Spellbinders die, and I did layer them. I used some basil blue cardstock for this one. And for this one, I just stamped it out on white paper. I took my Tim Holtz stamps, the one with the little twiggies, and I stamped that in the background. I stamped that in the background. Then I took my chalks. I didn't use ink. I used my chalks, and I just did 3 layers of chalking in the background. I did a green. I did a brown just to look like brush, and then I did blue up here for the sky. I stamped my little image, and I colored him in with my Pro markers and Copics. Then over here I have this little Inka Dinka Doo stamp. Again, I just build on those oval layers, and I just stamped out thinking of you. I have a little tiny flower. It's blue. It's not a big one, so you know it's not too girly. And I have a little button in the center. I should have put a piece of twine here before I glued it down. Of course, it was an afterthought, and I missed. And my sister, I don't know if she has a lot of twine or not, but I don't recall seeing any. That's probably why I didn't use it. I can't remember. And then on the inside, just a little border strip, again, distressed it with some walnut stain. And I have my little dragonfly punch outs that I also glittered in Dragonfly. And those I punched out of the blue cardstock. And then my last little emergency card is this one here. At this point, I really didn't know what to do with myself, and I was starting to have a little bit of a block. I couldn't think of what I wanted to do, and one of the things that I'm going to try to work on for 2014 for myself is birthday cards, but trying to make birthday cards that are not scene cards, something like this. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about, but it just seems like every time I make a card, I'm not satisfied until I put like 20,000 embellishments on it. And I want to stop doing that, and I want to try to just make simple cards, but I struggle with this so much. I don't know why, but I really, really, really struggle with it. Um, so this is what I did, and I went into her scrap bin, and I just took this. Have no idea where this came from, and I just again using one of those pre-made cards. I just added some black cardstock. I went and used her oval punch that she has by Marvy, and I cut this one out in red or hot pink or reddish pink. It does look like a reddish pink. And then I also punched out this one. I stamped out Happy Birthday, another one of my Inka Dinka Do stamps. I do have this on glue dots that are supposed to be dimensional. They kind of flattened out. I don't know what happened. They're not as dimensional as I thought. And then I just added stickles, and over here I just took my marker and just added the little dots, polka dots all around. Here I have a teeny tiny paper punch that I just punched out some teeny tiny butterflies. This is one of my EK Success punches. And then I just did the little swirlies with my zig marker. And then on the inside, this is one of my Stampin' Up stamps, and it says celebrate one cupcake at a time. And again, this is from Stampin' Up. This is from Stampin' Up. So the inside, I just used the same papers that I used on the outside. Scrap pieces of paper. One, use my black cardstock. For the background, some green design paper there, and then some more tiny teeny butterflies. And then I punched out the stars. And then what I did to the star, guys, I took my pen and I just made little designs on the stars. I don't know if you can see that. So that's it. Those are some, well, one is a simple, nice and light card. These, for the most part, are pretty light. But again, I wanted to try to make cards without, although this one still is kind of a scene card. And I love her. I love this stamp. I have to get the stamp. Every time I go there, I run to the same stamp. But yeah, so those are my cards. That's something I've been working on. Again, not trying to stay away from all this winter hoo-ha-ha. And just adding to what I already built, and having some more fun. So thank you all for watching. Please leave any comments or questions that you have for me in the description box below. I hope you all have a blessed day. And if anyone can tell me, maybe there's two types of Wink of Stella and I bought the non-glittery one. Could that be it? I mean, the funny thing is, when I first laid it out, it was very glittery, but then when it dried, I don't know, I kind of lost something. Maybe I might try one more color, but I don't know. I'm just really happy with my Sakura Stardust pens, so we'll see. Between that and my stickles, I'm good. I don't know if I'm going to purchase any more of these. Thank you all for having thank you all. Thank you all for watching, and please have a blessed day. Talk to you all soon. Bye for now.